Oh boy, all right. It is being another one of them days. Oh, good heck. I lost my device and I had to go hunt it down. I'm still not at 100% here, but we're going to get this game up on the board at least. It'd be nice if I could see it. Here we go. All right. Hollow Justice. Tourney of Aceness. Hank. Okay. Not sent out notifications or anything. Bark, bark. Health warning. Sensitivity warning. Capcom warning. Autosave warning. Hooey. Okay. I'm gonna sit here on this screen a second while I get these last notifications out. Oh, good heck, where did you put my desktop? Ah, there are too many screens. Bang, bang, bang. Anyway, I hope y'all are doing well up there. Oh, good heck. Come on, posty burb. Do your burby posts. Hank. Okay, it's going out to FA and to Discord and wherever else it's going. Okay. All right. And then Telegram Bow. Whew. My poor overheaty computer can't handle anything. Mank! And then I get hiccupy. Alright. Get back to living our lives here. Load game! Turnabout Revolution. Day 2. Amara's Tomb. Start playing? Yes, let's. Meantime, refill this beverage. Heck. Okay. We had finished exploring this room when we left off last time. So we have to go to wherever our next spot is. We'll check our quest log for that. Heck and heck. Alright. Showed Dirk the pink butterfly pendant, okay. Get the file on Amber's assassination in Dirk's safe house, okay. Chase after Naida and talk to him. Wow. Okay. That's gonna happen. Whoo! Right, what is going on here? Oh, okay. Everything is miscombobulated. Okay. We'll get back to my stream deck and we're gonna sit there so it doesn't bring up all the many distractions. Because you know how the internet is. Whoo boy! Alright. Again, we did the talking to you. We cannot go to the bazaar where the safe house is, so we will take this and this is a thing we can do. No? Dirk is not here. Okay. Guess we'll go someplace else. Temple? No? Royal residence? Okay. May 18, Gatran Palace. Royal residence. Naida, would you stop already? What do you want? It's about Dirk. Would you please hear me out?
I fail to see why I should. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Hold it!
Ida, are you afraid of what I might have to say? If not, there's no harm in listening, right?
Very well. Speak. But make it quick. There is much that I must do.
Why does everything have to be so difficult with you? Alright. Chat about prosecuting Dirk. So, I know you'll be prosecuting Dirk's case, but, aren't there any other prosecutors in this country? Well, we saw Mr. Payne. Why does it have to be you?
Her Eminence, Queen Garan, personally requested that I serve as prosecutor.
She did? That would make it hard to say no.
Her Eminence thinks highly of my prosecutorial skills.
Meh. Still, she didn't have to ask you to handle a case against your own father. Be honest, you really don't want to do this, do you?
Ah, you speak of love and sentiment?
I guess so.
I do not deny such human emotions. But the law is the law. And placing personal feelings above it is beyond reprieve. Do you disagree?
No, I don't disagree, but
The civilizations only exist due to the confines of the law. Without them, love and sentiment would lack the fertile soil they need to flourish. Do you disagree?
no, but
The law must be obeyed. This truth sits above all else, including personal feelings. Therefore, whether or not I am the son of the accused is of no consequence. It is that simple. Or would you say otherwise?
but
Come on, Polo, tell me how wrong he is.
but don't you, wish it wasn't that way? Sounds like somebody needs to learn to let it go and move on.
It appears I've wasted my breath on you.
And the winner is Prosecutor Sad Marty.
Still spewing empty words, devoid of meaning or consequence, I see. You putrid red pepper.
I know I'm right. Did he have to be so eloquent about his point? It's like he's trying to cover something up with his pretty words. Paulo, I'd cut back on the debates with him if I were you. Just stick to questions, like the ones you wanted to ask. Who Dirk cares about? Naida, I wanted to ask you about that hostage situation. Inga said he had someone dear to Dirk in the palm of his hand, and he was using that person, along with his hostage, as leverage in obtaining the orb.
That is news to me.
Wait, what? Oh yeah. More hostages. Well, that's what Inga says. You can kiss your chances of getting the orb goodbye. My affair ain't my only how shall I say, insurance, you know, Dirk. What? I got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, see? Now that one, well, you can imagine what kinds of things I could do, right? Hmm. Glad you're seeing things my way. I got the impression Dirk had no choice but to follow Inge's demands after he heard that. So, who do you suppose this special person is? Literally Naira.
I wouldn't know.
He was Naira's boss. And Dirk's son. Bark, 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 bark. Yeah. My bracelet's reacting. Hey, Naira, how about what you just said?
サトライマオマどもさましで足し抜けたるガセよそろか
Ouch. My bracelet is crushing my wrist. Ouch, that really hurts. What the heck's going on?
I'm wise to your tricks, you putrid pepper. That bracelet reacts to the anxieties of the people around you by squeezing your wrist. But now that I know how it works, I can make it tighten around your wrist anytime I wish. Consider this a warning.
I don't know how he did it, but this renders my bracelet useless.
Such devilry is powerless in the face of the Holy Mother's blessings.
Looks like your special power won't work against Prosecutor Said Mighty, Apollo. We'll have to try something else. You're right. We'll just have to ask Dirk about this.
It appears...
Huh?
You intend to go through with a trial you have no hope of winning. Grow up, Mr. Justice. We are no longer children, you and I.
I'm not the one who needs to grow up, Naira. In case you didn't hear, I won my last case against none other than Mr. Right. You tell him, Apollo. Is he mad? You can never tell with him.
This trial is different. Your foolishness will only earn you a death sentence for aiding and abetting a criminal. And those who die as criminals are doomed to be reborn in the next life as something lower than a bug or a vegetable. You would be lucky to return to this realm as a patch of mold.
Mold? Well, that's pretty harsh.
If you wish to avert such a fate, abandon this folly before it is too late.
He's a poet. I don't care if I end up as a dollop of blue cheese dressing in my next life. I'm gonna defend Dirk in court.
You fool. Know this. I intend to prosecute the accused with all my might, no matter what you say or do. Consider yourself forewarned. Now, if you will excuse me.
Prosecutor Said Mighty knows his father will be publicly executed if he's found guilty. He won't show even an ounce of mercy. Naira, is this the real you? Have you really changed? Do you really plan on sending Dirk to his death? Do you even hear me? Don't Dirk and I matter to you anymore? No. Dirk is literally a rebel. Alright, to be continued. Right now. Ooh. The next chapter is Phoenix and Edgeworth. They go on a date. May 18. Temple. Okay, give me a moment here. I still have one snack to go through. Just a small amount of bark. Alright. May 18. Temple. Maya passed out right after we found her in the tomb. I feel exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open. She's been out cold ever since. We haven't been able to get a word out of her. The doctor said it's just exhaustion, but I can't help but worry. What is it, right? You all right? Yeah, just thinking is all. I'm glad you're here, Edgeworth. We wouldn't have gotten the permissions we have without you. Well, I didn't come all the way to Hurain to be useless. Speaking of the investigation, received a few things from Detective Sky. These should prove to be useful to us as well. Inga's autopsy report added to the court record. Stabbed from behind. Cause of death is blood loss. Time of death is approximately 3 p.m. Tomb diagram added to the court record. A diagram of the crime scene. Amorous sarcophagus is in the very center of the room. A minute. Tomb crime photo added to the court record. A photo of Inga's body. He was stabbed in the back with a knife. I can't thank you enough, Edgeworth. Honestly, I'd have been so lost without him these past few days. Aw. You there, the bobbed-head lawyer, Phoenix Wright. Huh? Huh? Oh. You're from the Garan Royal Guard, right? I am Lucky, Royal Guard member, and her evidence's shoulder rubber. That's very specific. And what does the Royal Shoulder Rubber want with me? Wait, come to think of it, my shoulders are a bit stiff. Don't be absurd. I am here for one purpose only. I am to bring you before eminence. Queen Garan, Grand Priestess Rhyme. Will you comply? The Queen? What could she want with me? And why does he have to shout like that? Can't fathom why Queen Garan would summon you. But I advise you to accept Her Eminence's gracious invitation. Royal Shoulder Rubber Lucky, was it? May I join Mr. Wright in his audience with the Queen? The name's Lucky. L-A-H-K-E-E. And all praise the omnipotent Queen Garan. For she has already foreseen and approved your request, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. You are both to come with me. You mean to say Queen Garan sees our every move? Yes, indeed. Her Eminence's spiritual power is immense. She can even see what's going on thousands of miles away. Right? I fear I'll lose my hearing next if we don't hurry. Yeah, me too. Why would the Queen herself summon me personally? It's not like you're literally the defense attorney in the case about the murder of her husband. What could she possibly be up to? Alright. Move. Do we have different quests as Phoenix? We do. That's interesting. Alright. An audience with Queen Garan. Let's go. May 18. Garan Palace. Audience. Chamber. Ooh.
Ah, the barbed-head lawyer has arrived. We bid you welcome. And you as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Thank you. This place is still as magnificent as the last time.
We have heard much about you, Barbour. It seems your bluffs and tomfoolery tend to leave our court devastated in their wake.
Ah, is that what people have been saying about me?
Right. Where are your manners? Your Eminence. I'm both humbled and delighted to be in your presence.
Oh, Your Eminence, glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well. Being queen and all.
It is all right. There is no need to keep your head bowed all day. Yes, Your Eminence.
Rifa's not looking too good. Your father is dead recently. I guess even she can't just bounce back from her father's murder. Also, she has to do the hard work of summoning him to get his story. So, what can I do for you, Your Eminence?
We wish to question you about something related to the case at hand.
Perfect. Because I have a few questions of my own. Alright, Inga's crime. Oh yeah, she does know about that. She sent people in there because of knowing his crime. She actually cares about that.
We fear we do not fully comprehend what has transpired, so it is that we summoned you here to further elucidate the situation. Is it true that our husband Inga had been seeking the Founder's Orb?
That's right. He wanted to trade a hostage for it. That's why he abducted Maya Fey.
Insolent fool!
Bonk.
That is a lie, I say. Father would never have done such a thing.
But he did abduct Maya. That, but I will not stand here. Let me hydrate a moment before I try and say this.
I will not stand here and listen to this nonsense. You'll pay for this, you...
Oh, please, your benevolence.
That is quite enough, Rifa. We understand your feelings, but we fear he speaks the truth. For we believe we know why your father would do such a thing.
Heck.
Huh?
Right. It's at the bottom of the throat there.
We believe he was seeking the orb as a means of obtaining spiritual power, and with it he intended to usurp the throne. Mother?
What do you mean, Your Eminence?
Inga was planning a coup, for he was dissatisfied with the current administration, and his secret police was the primary instrument of his treason.
The secret police? They came up during the High Priest's murder trial, too. An elite force under the direct command of the Minister of Justice. In this case, Inga. The man who was hunting down rebels as Lady Kira was a member of that group.
Indeed, Inga turned that once proud force into his own private army. And he intended on using them to launch a coup and assassinate us. So your Eminence had no control over them? As much as it shames us to admit it, Kurain is not the unified realm it would appear to be. We are truly sorry you have had to witness the dirty underbelly of our kingdom. How could Father... But know that Inga could not have become king simply through our assassination. For in Kurain, only those who possess spiritual power may sit on the throne.
That's why he was trying to bark. Mike, one second. See if that helps.
For in Kurain, only those who possess spiritual power may sit on the throne. I see. That explains why Minister Inga was seeking the Founder's Orb. Barbed one, do you recall the man known as Peace, Love, and Understanding?
What about him?
He, too, was involved in Inga's machinations. Inga had brought his loyalty, ordered the man to steal the orb, and covered up the theft.
And then he sent the orb to the U.S. for Dr. Buff to study. It's all coming together. Oh ho? Oh ho? What is this mess? Heck. Menus popping up on my screen. Okay, Dirk the criminal.
The capture of the infamous villain Dirk Sedmadi. It may prove to be the crowning achievement of our reign. Now, perhaps the kingdom may return to the peace it once knew. Oh, what a joyous day.
Hail to her Eminence Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Hurain. Her Eminence spiritual power invoked a blessing straight from the Holy Mother. I could see how her cronies would be elated at the prospect. But the Queen herself seems almost giddy for someone whose husband was just murdered. I mean... Sure.
Father.
Raifa, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. About that incident that occurred 23 years ago. The one in which Dirk was accused of assassinating Queen Amara.
Yes. He set fire to her private residence, burning my dear sister alive.
Murder by arson.
Only a demon would be capable of such a heinous crime.
But that event also set the stage for you to become queen. What did you do before you were crowned queen, Your Eminence? Were you also Russian military?
As part of our training to be queen, we served in many different governmental positions, the longest of which was as the previous Minister of Justice.
Oh ho ho ho!
It was in that position that we were best able to support our elder sister, Queen Amara.
Interesting. That's her husband's position, or at least it was. And when you ascended to the throne, you passed the Defense Culpability Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. What prompted you to pass something like the Defense Culpability Act, Your Eminence?
The assassination of our dear sister Amara. When the infamous villain Dirk Sidmadi was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own lawyer.
Oh, that's right. Dirk used to be a lawyer.
Dirk had been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people, but he falsified evidence in an attempt to win his own case.
I see.
But when the truth of his fabrications and the assassination of the Queen came to light, the people were devastated, and trust in the legal system plummeted.
Why does that sound so familiar? Yeah, I wonder.
In Khuraim, the Hall of Justice is a sacred space where victims receive their last rites. Should the people lose their faith in it, the kingdom would be shaken to its very core. That is why the Defense Culpability Act had to be passed. It was the only way to keep our legal system from tumbling into the abyss.
So that's how you sought to eliminate the use of perjury and phony evidence, huh? But that law is what made lawyers go extinct in your kingdom. Now there's no one left to defend those who've been accused.
You see how you could take issue with such a reality. However, we have not banned the act of lawyering itself. Those who are confident they can prove their client's innocence are always welcome to mount a vigorous defense, as you yourself have shown.
Oh, well, I guess so, but without lawyers, there's a possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted.
So long as our prosecutors continue to run nothing but perfect trials, there needn't be fear of such nefarious dealings. Do you disagree?
Perfect prosecutors and their perfect trials, huh? Remember, only guilty verdicts for the past, 30 years. Just say.
Let's not get started down this path.
Prosecutors yeah, let's not make this political. Yeah, you would.
Furthermore, here in Khuraim, we have the divination seance.
Beg? I begged already, come on. Oh no. I have to get my... Oh heck. So cute when you beg. Well, let me go hunt down my begging speech. Or rather, wait till my computer wakes up enough to... You don't have money. Oh no. Oh, I wish these things just went faster. You just got home and your balls hurt? Well, there's only one thing to do about that. Watch the cutest streamer you can find. Oink. Oh, yeah. That's not how that works, is it? Okay. All right. Back. Okay. So here we are. Doomed to beg again. Been teased all day while wearing a cage. Oh no. I mean, you knew what you were getting into, as we say around here sometimes. No, we don't lay blame on real people. All right. Okay, begging. My heartfelt plea. Or I talk about everyone else on Twitch. All these options you have. Better content, bigger followings, more engaging communities, more flashy. More flashy shows. It's just me with a static image of a fat skunk in a beanbag chair and a diaper. 8 frames of animation in a dream. If only I could have help from people like you. If only you had any pennies in your heart left to throw at me. It would be so appreciated to help keep the stream going. Not like we're necessarily gonna stop, but it feels so much better. Wait, what's that about a diaper? You notice suspicious shorts bulge on this. Oh no. Anyway. I'd really appreciate your continued support, even if I do happen to be a hopeless diaper skunk. Like. You just thought it was a fupa? It could be both.
Furthermore, here in Khurain, we have the divination seance. And so it is, we no longer need lawyers, for the dead do not lie.
Okay, but as we continue to demonstrate, the dead may not lie, which actually we've seen shady outcomes on that too, but the dead do not have perfect knowledge either. Well, in the short time I've been here, I've beaten back false charges twice, and I found that cases built on the memories of the dead are less than perfect. So, yes, I do take issue with the Defense Culpability Act, to say the least.
Oh, such relentless rhetoric. Your reputation precedes you, barbed one. It feels as if we ourselves are being cross-examined.
Oh, no, that wasn't my intention.
Is it true that some feel that the Defense Culpability Act... It is true that some feel that the Defense Culpability Act is a necessary evil at best. But it is a small sacrifice upon which the peace of our kingdom has been forged.
If you consider executing innocent lawyers a small sacrifice, then sure. Here's the problem. When you define innocent by the law as... Unfortunately, the word is indeed defined. When the law says that you defend somebody, then you're guilty, then they're not innocent lawyers anymore. That's not to say that it's good, it's just that the word innocent is not do the thing that people tend to want it to do. Back.
The fact is that following its passage, the crime rate here in Khurain dropped markedly. Therefore, we have no regrets concerning the enactment of the Defense Culpability Act.
Really? None at all? Maybe I can find statistics proving that crime went down after, unleaded gasoline or whatever.
Right. Why don't we leave it at that? This isn't a court of law, after all.
Yeah.
About the Founder's orb that was to be exchanged for the hostage. It went missing after the murder. Would you happen to know anything about that?
Apollo has it, actually. I don't know if Phoenix even knows that. It's missing? Oh, I'm sure Dirk had it when he went into the tomb. If it wasn't there, I have no idea where it could be, Your Eminence.
In that case, perhaps Dirk has hidden it somewhere. Incidentally, there is the matter of that horned youth you were with.
Oh, you must mean Apollo.
From his odd hairstyle, may we assume him to be a relative? Perhaps your younger brother?
The way people react to hairstyles is like... No, you've got it all wrong. He's Dirk's son. Oh yeah, put a target on his back. Well, more like foster son. They're not actually related by blood.
Dirks.
The eyes narrowing.
Royal Guard.
Your Eminence! What's she whispering in that one guy's ear?
Thank you for your time. The two of you may go now.
Yes, Your Eminence. Be on our way. Okay, now what? Apollo and Athena have the murder scene investigation covered, so maybe we should go speak with the locals over at the bazaar. Maybe we should go tell Apollo that we just painted a target on his back about bark, bark, bark. Did I view this one? Yeah. Stabbed in the back. With the thing against his... like, yeah. To get stabbed in the back, he would have to be standing in front of that and falling forward, just the way he's oriented. So someone hiding in there did that. Not Dirk, because Dirk was not in there. Alright, to the bazaar. May 18, Furain Bazaar. Ooh. What? Was that a lion? Oh, that caught me by surprise too when I first heard it. It's the cry of a local bird known as a warbird. Bird? It sounds like that? Sounds more like a beast than a bird, if you ask me. It's a form of mimicry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff. Yes, well, can't say I've heard one quite like that before. Oh, it's more than unusual. It's endangered. It's extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days. If it's so rare, then what's one doing out here in the middle of the bazaar? You got me. Maybe it's got something to do with it being their national bird. It was the Holy Mother's persona. Ah! Oh, was that a gunshot? Ha 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 ha! Startle you, PW? I know him. What was that, Dats? The Defiant Dragon's newest weapon. I call these puppies Dragon Snot Snaps. Aha. And you need those... why? Because our hard work is starting to pay off. Thanks to our TV signal hijacking and stuff, more and more people are joining our cause. On account of that, the regime's been cracking down on us real tough like. Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately. Don't say that again. I mean, what with the High Priest, fake murder/suicide? People are calling it the DCA tragedy, and it's causing a real public uproar. Hopefully this means Tarust's death won't be in vain after all. So, how exactly is a handful of firecrackers going to be of help to you guys anyway? Simple. First, I supply them to our fellow rebels. Then we use them as a diversion when we need to shake Garan's goons. Uh-huh. Like this. Whoa! Will you cut that out? I'm not with the regime, and I'm not chasing you. Your reaction. That was priceless, BW. Guess I started that war bond too. It's a miracle no one's trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing. You there. Oh, dear.
You are one of those insurgents, you're not?
Eh? Yikes. Take that. Eeh. And he's gone. Those firecrackers are more useful than I thought.
Barbed head.
Your benevolence. What can I do for you?
I wanted to speak with you. About what my mother said. I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planning a coup.
Well, I can understand why you'd feel like that, but
It was a setup. Someone must have been plotting against him.
and how do you know that?
I just do, because the Holy Mother guides me. And as the royal priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see.
Maybe this is just how Raifa expresses her sense of duty.
You're investigating this matter, are you not? Then rejoice, for I shall accompany you and bestow upon you the royal priestess's wisdom.
That's the best news I've heard all day, Your Benevolence. No one would dare get in our way with Raifa by our side. We humbly accept your offer, don't we, Edgeworth?
As you wish, right. Excellent. Then let us begin with my father's private quarters. We should be able to find some clues there. I shall expose this false charge for what it is if it is the last thing I do.
Could it be? Is the reason she's so defensive about Inga because she's a daddy's girl? Wow. That where you go.
Barbed head, let us not waste any time. My father's private quarters are located within the royal residence. Now, follow me.
Wait. She's sure in a hurry.
Right. The Minister of Private Quarters may hold evidence related to this murder as well.
Yeah, maybe we can kill two birds with one stone. Raifa's awfully fired up. I just hope she'll be ready for the truth we find. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control of the whole affair.
Okay. Let's go. Wait. Does it not exist? Oh, we go to the royal residence, right? Because that's where it is. Okay. Have small knob. Well. Mm-hmm. Okay. May 18. Gatran Palace, Royal Residence.
Now, if we could figure out which of these buildings houses Inga's private quarters, well, that's where we'll find Raifa.
Oh, I guess we get to explore the place, which might itself yield clues, such as these smashed pots.
This overturned urn spilled its water all over the place. It was already knocked over when we got here earlier this afternoon, so we can rule out Athena at least. Oh, come on.
Right. What does it say about you if your first suspect is your own subordinate? It says you're doomed. So doomed.
Now that's what I call an extravagant exterior. Is this where Inga's private quarters are?
Watch your step, right. That urn's been knocked over, spilling water everywhere.
Yeah, the ground soak. I wonder who did this. Uh, I think someone's in there.
Father,
Is that Princess Arifa?
there are still so many things I wish to tell you.
She always puts on such a brave face. But hearing her crying all alone, I can't help but think of Trucy.
Father,
Princess Arifa, are you in there?
just a moment. I'll be right out. So you're finally here. Well, let us commence our investigation, shall we?
Your benevolence? Maybe you should rest for a minute first.
You were eavesdropping on me, weren't you?
No, I mean, yes, sorry, I couldn't help overhearing. It wasn't like I was spying on you or anything.
You stupid, bobbed head.
Ouch.
You could have feigned ignorance. It's as if your brain to mouth filter shuts off the moment you step out of the courtroom.
I think it's kind of not there in the courtroom either. I'm not that bad, Edgeworth.
Anyway, what took you so long? I thought you'd never get here. You have a lot of nerve, keeping a crown princess waiting.
Oh, sorry?
This was my father's residence. I've already unlocked it, so you can go right here. Oh, and be careful. Some dingbat dog got into the courtyard and spilled water over there.
A dingbat dog?
That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth.
I wonder how it got into this area. Do you know what it looked like?
I've better things to do than to memorize what some stray dog looks like. Anyway, it's not worth talking about. Let's search my father's room, shall we?
I really hope she's all right. Okay, all right. We've already searched here, but it never hurts to take a look around. Okay, I'll stop looking then. It's like you could give me an indicator instead of a whole text bar, but it's okay.
Inga's private quarters.
May 18, Gatran Palace, Inga's private quarters. What a mess. You can definitely tell a guy used to live in this room. I guess Inga and I had at least that much in common.
Oh, this stuff keeps getting in the way. Nina!
Oh. Ah. Well, where's Nina? Normally.
Yes, we know what Nina is like.
She comes running whenever Rifa calls.
That's right. Nina is
what?
Oh, well, you, bobbed head, come hold this staff for me.
Why me?
Just take it. It's too heavy, and I'm tired of holding it.
How does Nina put up with this day in and day out? I'll just set it over here for now.
Okay, so we'll talk to her. Tell me more about the suspiciously large bulge. Like, if you go to my For Affinity page, I believe there are several prominently diapered pictures
I don't know. Actually, it's been a while since I have seen my art. Or, not my personal art, but the art that has been made of me. Because... I used to be a lot more productive in things, and lately I'm not. It's very sad. I'm trying to work on it, but life is very bark. Also, I've been far too poor to get new art, so... The kidnapping. Barbed head. I, the royal priestess of Kurain, shall share my thoughts on the abduction. It's been eons since you gazed up on your art. In fact, yeah, it happens. The world piles up on us sometimes. It's hard to keep up on all the mountains of things. There are super many diaper pictures of Musky. There are probably more wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all? You will? Listen carefully, for such opportunities do not come often. Yes, of course. We'd be grateful to hear anything you'd like to share. My father was very likely seeking to obtain the Founder's Orb. But it was not for the purposes of a coup d'etat. It was all for my sake. For your sake? The Founder's Orb was capable of bestowing great spiritual power. My father truly believed that. And he wanted that power to be mine. I haven't finished my training, and I still can't channel spirits. He was doing it for me. He wasn't channeling spirits for you. He was stealing the orb for you. He was doing it for me. Okay. All right, I see. Well, do you understand why he did it now? I do, but it doesn't change the fact that Minister Inga was a kidnapper. Ah. But I guess you don't believe he is, do you? Ooh. New information is sure to surface upon further investigation. Suffice to say, he did this all for me. End of story. Was he really trying to obtain the orb for Raifa? Somehow I doubt it. He could have multiple reasons. Speaking of powers, I wonder if Raifa will be performing the divination seance tomorrow. I should probably ask her about that. Okay, let's ask about Naina. Your benevolence. I noticed Naina isn't with you today. I know not where she has gone. I've not spoken with her since this morning. I assume she must be quite busy today. I did catch a glimpse of her a little after 2 o'clock. I tried calling out to her, but she went off somewhere again. She's the murderess. The murderer. Alright, hydration, thank you. Irish mail. Back. But she went off somewhere again. A little after 2. That's about an hour before the murder. Indeed. Of all the times for this to happen. She normally comes to me the moment I call her name. I know it's hard to believe, but even nannies have lives, you know. Your inability to find her after the murder is slightly alarming. I wonder if her absence is related to today's incident somehow. Do you think she was unwittingly caught up in them? Who knows? At the very least, I don't think she was at the scene of the crime. Naina. I hope she's alright. Raifa seems really worried for Naina. She's worried in general. Things are shaking out in bad ways. Specifically around her life. If she doesn't get the Founder's Orb, as she believes she was going to get, it's going to make her own empowerment harder. Tomorrow's seance. I take it you'll be conducting tomorrow's divination seance.
Who else if not I?
Good point. The thing is, divination seances are all about what victims experience in their final moments. So, tomorrow, Rifle will experience her own father's death, exactly as it happened. That's more than anyone should ever have to deal with. I mean, they bark. Do you really have to go through with the seance tomorrow? There's really no one else. What about just calling the whole thing off?
It's not as if I'm doing this because I want to.
No. I don't think there's anyone else who can.
Never mind. I misspoke. The divination seance is a very important duty of the royal priestess. It is one I intend to fulfill.
There's that word, duty.
Your benevolence. As crown princess, you're destined to rule this kingdom one day. And that means there'll be many things that you alone must determine. Things like how to keep your people happy, and what is true and what is false. And most importantly, what role you must play therein. I wonder if I'm even up to the task.
Performing the divination seance is very important for a priestess. But duty or not, it's a heavy burden for someone so young. Even worse, she'll be forced to watch her father's murder. Will it be a weight too heavy for her to bear? Nina and Rifle. Your benevolence. Has Nina served you long?
Yes, she's been at my beck and call for as long as I can remember. I've heard she even cared for me as an infant, right down to changing my diapers.
Your diapers? It almost sounds like she could be your mother.
Indeed, but that is a simple fact of life when your mother's busy being queen. Nina takes care of my every need. She's my teacher in all things as well.
Rifle's pool of knowledge seems rather lopsided in some respects. Could that be the result of Nina's teachings? The real power behind the throne?
Nina, could it be that my trusted attendant has come to dislike me? Now that I think about it, perhaps I've been acting rather spoiled as of late.
Oh, I'm sure she'll be back.
Yes, I suppose Nina would never truly abandon me. Upon her return, I will do something nice for her. Perhaps she'd like a shoulder massage.
And yet, I can't shake the feeling that Nina's connected to this case in some way.
Shoulder massage? Alright, let's examine this milieu. A statue of the man himself.
Wow, that's one gaudy sculpture.
My father sculpted it himself from a block of solid gold.
Okay.
Okay. So sculpting skill and ridiculosity of
Why does it not surprise me that he was also a narcissist? It's pretty detailed. He even included that personal stamp of his. Hey, the stamp's a little loose. The gasp.
the double gasp.
Ha!
Look, there's a secret safe inside. Oh my, do you think such a thing was here all this time?
Rats. Looks like we'll need the combination to get in.
I wonder if we'll be able to figure it out.
So many of these barks. There we are, right. Foot and steps. There's some muddy shoe prints here. Come to think of it. There was some spilled water by the entrance. Somebody must have stepped in it before coming here.
They're already dry. Means they're at least several hours old. Then someone must have been in here today, in the early afternoon. For our servants clean this room each day. Here in Khuraim we have a saying, leave not today's untidiness to the morrow.
Mine is, why clean up today what you can leave for tomorrow? And that's why Apollo has to do all the cleaning. The ancient motif. Well, it's a syringe and a vial.
This was my father's back pain. He said it really helped, but the pain was particularly unbearable.
It was that bad, huh?
He must have been injecting some sort of painkiller directly into his back then. Yes, my father said his back pain could knock him off his feet.
I know the feeling. I've experienced some pretty severe back pain of my own.
Well, we can't have you throwing your back out in court, so why don't you take a vial?
Oh, no thanks. I hear your body builds up a tolerance to that sort of thing.
Painkiller shots ninja'd into pocket. The medication Inga used for his back pain, said to make the pain disappear. I thought you didn't want them.
I'm going straight to a chiropractor as soon as I get home.
Well, that's right, he did mess up his back at the previous case. This is most likely a special ink pad for the Justice Minister's stamp. Insignia is carved big and bold right on the lid.
Talk about overkill. Did he really have to mark everything he owned? Insignia R? His desk is crammed full of documents. I mean, that was his job.
They appear to be paperwork for executions.
But for this many cases? Again, 0 innocent rulings. 30 years or so. Entire kingdom.
Indeed, something is rotten in the kingdom of Hurai. This one dates back to 5 years ago.
Something tells me he simply kept putting them off because he hated doing paperwork. I don't know, when we talked to him that one time, he was just doing stamp, 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 powering through it. Why would there be one exception? Oh no! What's this? Je suis la belle? Never thought I'd see this brand again.
It appears to be a sample of some sort of spray-on hair color.
Color, jet black. I wonder if Inga was going gray. I'm going gray. Here, Edgeworth, maybe you can use it. Don't do that!
I like my natural hair color just fine. Thank you very much.
That is the same design as on the stamp. Okay. That's one luxurious and comfy looking bed. I've slept on nothing but hard floors since coming to Khuraim. Can't wait to sleep in a nice soft bed again.
Take it. It's yours if you wish. We'll have to clean this room out anyway, now that my father's gone.
But don't you want to keep these things as a memento of your father? Besides, I don't need his spirit haunting me late at night.
Do you suppose if I stepped on it, I could see my father once more?
Princess Raifa. I honestly don't know how to answer that. Wait, the chair is shaped like his clothing? Or is it actually... Not just... This chair looks like it was modeled after Inga's suit jacket.
My backrest even has those fancy buttons of his. I imagine they make the chair awfully uncomfortable to sit on. You know, or unless you're doing work, you never sit back. I never sit back in my chair. It's like, what is life? Why can't I ever sit back? I'm always doing stuff. Actually, they serve to massage the pressure points on his back. My father suffered from terrible back pain, you see. I wonder if it really works. Whoop. This notepad must have belonged to Inga. Let's see. Oh, that's strange. These appear to be notes detailing people's most prominent characteristics. Inga's notes. Nina, purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on forehead. Dirk, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. Phoenix Wright, spiky hair, blue clothes, pink necktie. Oh, that was Edward talking. Hey, there's even some stuff about me in here. Why would he bother doing this? I'm afraid even I can't answer that. Whatever the reason, it's given me a case of the heebie-jeebies. It's as though he was taking down descriptions of people over the phone. That's what it reminds me of, anyway. What a brilliant deduction! One fitting of a chief prosecutor such as yourself. I commend you. That's high praise coming from you, your benevolence. Edward's right. They do look like dictation notes, but I don't know. I mean, why bother describing Nina, who he must have seen every day? Inga's notepad added to the court record. A notepad used by Inga. People's characteristics are written inside. I'm really beginning to wonder what's inside that safe. I know I've been dancing around it. We'll look at it eventually. Any idea what the combination might be, your benevolence? None whatsoever. It looks like a 4-digit combo lock, so maybe it's a date. But it's probably not anything that will be easy to guess. Well, let's try some dates and see what happens. I wonder what date Inga would use as a combination. Reifer's birthday? When's your birthday, your benevolence? You're wasting your time. It could not possibly be my birthday. Oh, come on, it's worth a shot. Fine. It's December 24th. Christmas Eve. Well, let's give it a try. 1, 2, 2, 4. Ah! It opened. I was gonna be like, if the statue opened up and a gun came out or something, it's like, you got the wrong answer. Now you're all dead. It opened. It did. Yep. And it looks like the bottom safe was a fake. Something meant to mislead would be thieves, no doubt. Still, it was rendered quite ineffective by his use of such an easily guessed combination. Okay, maybe the statue is a decoy safe, and the real safe is the safe. Why, Father? Why my birth date? You were just going on about how he was trying to steal the Founder's Orb for you. That was dangerous shenanigans. He's putting his life on the line to give you power. That isn't necessarily the true story, but that's what she believes. So the bigger question is, why would she be so certain that it wasn't her birth date? Can't say I expected the sculpture's chest to open as opposed to this safe. What do you suppose is in there? Probably nothing.
It's most likely just a decoy for unsuspecting thieves, after all. Probably nothing. Most likely. It seems Minister Inga kept his most valuable possessions much closer to his chest. You giving that smug pun smile. That smug pun smile. Edgeworth. Or they're bound to stay safe and sound, huh? Alright, what's it? Okay, let's see what's in here. This looks like a letter or something. Let's see. Dear Father, I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. You're always so kind and I love you very much. I hope you live to be 100 years old. Love, Rifa. Aww. I wrote this to my father when I was 8 years old. Father, why would you hold on to something so childish and stupid? There were some other papers in here. Wait, this is the plan for his coup d'etat. Got round assassination plan. Once I poison the queen, the throne will be mine. The spiritual power I obtain from the treasure will back up my claim. In the meantime, the secret police are to keep a close watch on Gutman. Oh no. What? Give me that. I don't understand. Seems Justice Minister Inga was plotting assassination of the Queen. This can't be true. Father would never harm Mother. Poor Rifa. This has to come as a terrible shock. What's this? There's a photo in here too. Oh no. Is that younger Nina? I don't think that's the Queen. Ah, well, there you go. It's of a woman and a baby. I wonder who they are. On the far left, there's a law book with the mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it. Wait. That's... Your Benevolence? How can this be? Princess Rifa! She's looking incredibly pale. Your Benevolence, are you all right? All right? How can I be all right? Huh? All that I've believed. It was all lies. I'm afraid I don't follow. What the heck's she talking about? Can I ask where the woman is in this picture? How should I know? It seems I didn't know anything that was going on. Doesn't look like I'm going to get much more out of her while she's like this. Yeah. Yes, she doesn't have Garan's tattoo marks. She has Nina's marks. That's all I can guess. Oh, I didn't go on the record yet. Doesn't look like I'm going to get much more out of her while she's like this. Woman's photo added to the court record. The picture from Inga's safe shows a woman, a baby, and a law book that has a mark branded on it. Mother. Huh? I must ask my mother about the secret she's hiding. What secret? I must go. Goodbye. Wait. What was that all about? It's like her mind was off somewhere else. It appears this photo really upset her. I wonder who the lady in this picture is. Stop! Shadow, come back here! Shadow is the one who knocked over the urn. Oh. Wait, that sounds like Albie and Shadow. That's odd. Commoners aren't normally allowed in this area. Wonder what's afoot. Is there anything else going on here? We've already searched here, but it never hurts to take a look around. I mean... Oh, and then everything is new because we don't have Raifa around to respond to. I better not touch anything without Raifa's permission. Who knows what she might say or do if she finds out. Okay. Like, we only took the photo. We didn't take the assassination plan. We didn't take the letter from Raifa. Purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on forehead. No glasses, but the diamond-shaped tattoo to be sure. Okay, so we're going back out. Here's where we expect to find Albie. May 18, Gatan Palace. Royal Residence. Back. Oh! Edgeworth. I hope one of you has a good explanation for this. I'm so sorry. Hi, Albie. No, Shadow, bad dog. Leave the man's frilly thingamajig alone. Oh! If you would kindly detach your dog from my cravat. Right away, sir. Just hold still and... Stop pulling like that. You only stretch the fabric. Come on, Shadow. The cove is cravat to it. This isn't working. I'll just have to pull harder then. 1, 2... Wait. What are you... 3... Come on! I need hair. Oh no! You've killed him! Are you trying to kill me? I'm really sorry, mister. My dog has a habit of attacking frilly things like that. Maybe for his sake, he should stick to more traditional targets, like cars, or his tail. What's worse, he snuck in here again today as he stole some weird-looking hat, Nina's hat. I don't know what to do anymore. Bad dog. You're a very bad dog. Wait a second. I've seen that hat before. It's not in the evidence yet. What evidence? Albie, the frilly hat. Albie, could I see that hat again? Sure. Wait, isn't this... Yes, it's Nina's. Isn't this Nina's hat? But I thought she disappeared. You don't see her wearing it, do ya? Phoenix. Shadow swiped it from someone. Albie? How exactly did Shadow get this? Allow me to explain. It all started when we were on a walk through the bazaar today, when suddenly Death popped out of a manhole. Ha! Whoa! The fangs of the Defiant Dragons. Get out of balls here. Say, you want to join our cause, kid? Huh? I like how he said he came out of a manhole, as if it's not the same manhole, the only manhole. Huh? Naturally, I was super startled by that weirdo's sudden appearance. Back, dog of the Garan regime. Huh? But this is my dog, Shadow. Defiant Dragon's secret weapon. Dragon Snot Snaps. Achoo! Whoa! Oof. Oh man, the look on your face. That was classic. The sudden bang of the firecracker spooked Shadow, and he ran off into the crowds. Ruff, 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 ruff. Ah! Shadow, come back here! That'll teach you, Garan's lapdog. You there, what do you think you're doing? Not good. Like. That's when the police came running over and hauled Dats away. That's when we run a poll for the next game, or if we're changing or not. We probably aren't. I know y'all. At a point, there will come a point when y'all will be sick of the game we play, and we'll switch to something else. But I doubt that today is that day. Now that's when a policeman came over and hauled Dats away. That happened right around 2 p.m. if I remember correctly. I'm not even going to pretend I know what Dats was trying to do. I chased right after Shadow, and when I finally caught up to him here in the palace courtyard, he had this in his mouth. "2 p.m., huh? It's about an hour before the minister's death. Nina supposedly went missing after the murder. But this would place her here at the palace at around 2. Albie's statement. At around 2 p.m., Shadow was surprised by a firecracker, ran into the courtyard, and stole Nina's hat. Actually, I just remembered I saw something pretty amazing around that time, too. Something amazing? It's too late. We've already taken your statement. You should have come forward in the first place. Something amazing. So, Albie, what was it you saw that was so amazing? I saw Her Eminence Queen Garan channeling a spirit. Oh? Really? 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 Has Her Eminence Queen Garan been Nina the whole time? Is it really that big of a deal to see her channeling someone? You bet it is. Commoners are never allowed to behold sacred rites. Oh, can you tell me more? Of course. I'm always happy to explain. I believe it was around 2:10 p.m. today. Around 2:10. Got lost in the palace grounds while looking for Shadow. What is this place? It gives me the creeps. You don't recognize the throne room? Where could Shadow have gone? In my search, I took a peek into a small room, and that's where I saw Queen Garan. She was channeling a spirit for a neighboring kingdom's king. That's right, they do that as a diplomatic service. I saw her transform right before my eyes. I was so excited, I had to take a picture of it. Gasp! You took a picture? I know I shouldn't have. But I just couldn't help myself. Between this and the treasure room, Albie's not exactly the picture of self-restraint. The channeling ride ended right after that, so I ran off before anyone could stop me. You could have been arrested again, you know. Yeah, I know. Anyway, here's a copy of the picture. Just don't tell anyone else when I took it. I worry about his future sometimes. Channeling photo added to the court record. A picture taken at around 2 p.m. of the channeling rite. Come to think of it, actually, hold on. I mean, she's not transformed here, is she? Isn't that supposed to be the whole deal? Then why would he take a picture if she hadn't transformed yet? Come to think of it, how did you and Shadow get into the royal residence anyway? It's not open to the commoners after all. Allow me to explain. I'll be in the courtyard. Will you? There's a way to get into the palace from the Tsar. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, though. Shadow can easily fit, but anyone bigger than me is out of luck. You don't say. Yeah, part of the palace wall is damaged, and there's a hole I can just make it through. Go on. I bet you didn't know they have some really tasty food here. Oh, then this isn't your first time in here, huh? Trespassing is illegal, you know. No, it's not like that. I didn't mean any harm. And here we get into the problem of trying to define everything by the law. Trespassing doesn't care whether you meant harm. Probably. That might vary based on jurisdiction. He's munching. Alright. No, it's not like that. I didn't mean any harm. It's just, I want to help change his kingdom. Well, what do you mean? Well, after Miss Faye's trial, I started thinking, like, maybe there was something I could do to help the revolution, too. Maya's trial, huh? That tragedy only happened because of how twisted Horain's legal system has become. How utterly foolish to cast away one's life for such a reason. There must have been other ways to cover up the crime. Yet had I done so, my wife would rush to my defense, and when the case went to trial, she would suffer the same fate as I under the Defense Culpability Act. I could not have lived with myself had she been convicted because of that fiendish man. If this cannot be, all I have done under the laws of our kingdom, it has all been The DC Act led to the false charges against Maya and the High Priest's suicide. But that trial also caused the public to start questioning the current state of things. And it seems even Albie has some pretty strong feelings of the matter.
I knew there had to be something I could do to help. That's when I remembered the hole in the palace wall and started thinking. Maybe I could sneak in and take a picture of one of the royals up to no good. I just want to do my part. The spirit of revolution seems to be catching on, even with one so young. Right, the momentum is steadily building. The tipping point is fast approaching. It's just a matter of when.
I agree, and the public's perception of the Defiant Dragon seems to be changing too. But Albie, you can't go trespassing like that. Even if it's for a good cause, it's not right.
Okay. I won't do it again.
Albie, is that really all you have to confess? You haven't been up to any other mischief? And when I say you, I mean Shadow.
Huh? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Nice try, Albie, but the proof is literally right in front of us. Is it?
Oh, right, the urn. You're right. I can't present the urn, can I? I can't present muddy footprints. We just talk about the urn, back.
Albie, you wouldn't happen to know how this urn got knocked over, would you? Because her benevolence told me something rather interesting.
Be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there.
A dingbat dog?
That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth.
The dingbat dog she mentioned wouldn't happen to be Shadow, would it?
Oh. I guess the dog's out of the bag. Sorry I lied, but I was worried I'd get in trouble. No, I shouldn't lie to a lawyer like that.
No, it's not good to lie to anyone like that. So let's try to only tell the truth. Okay, Albie?
Oh, Mr. Wright, I almost forgot. I saw a couple of Americans a moment ago. They had really weird haircuts, so I thought they might be friends of yours. This whole thing about hair being like integral to...
Really now.
Seems your little friend thinks all us Americans have strange hairstyles. No, if he thought that, then he wouldn't necessarily think we were related. He literally thinks strange hairstyle marks our social group. I suppose we have you to thank for that, right?
So what exactly did their hair look like?
There was a guy with 2 crops of hair sticking out of his forehead like antennae. Then there was this lady with a long bunch of hair that looked like a big orange spider leg.
Oh, that sounds like Apollo and Athena. What were they doing?
They were racing through the bazaar with the god round royal guard in hot pursuit.
Wait, what?
Again, Phoenix, you just told the chief executive of the god-run country of Kuraim, that your friend was the son of public enemy number 1, oblivious to all possible consequences.
Wait, what?
Why were they being pursued?
I'm not sure, but I have my suspicions. I just hope they're all right. Sorry for not mentioning it before. It just kind of slipped my mind. To be continued. It sure is. Save your current Congress. Yeah, save your current Congress. I don't know. Have they done anything good lately? Turnabout revolution. Sure. Let's continue on. Woo. May 18, Qura'in Bazaar. Everybody trembles. Trundles. Those guys sure are persistent. You're a lawyer. Surely you have an idea of what police do. Yeah, they even wore me out. That doesn't happen often. Yeah, she does go for runs as personal, well, to handle anxiety, get ready to get psyched up for things. Why are they after us anyway? Ah, Apollo, it's Royal Guards again. Quick, hide. Hey, where'd Hornhead and Spidey Hair go? Spidey Hair? They're not talking about me, are they? Is that a trick question? We know you're hiding somewhere around here. Apollo, that weird-looking bird over there. Did it just... Yeah, it did. It's called a warbird, and... You know what? I'll tell you about it later. We're not being chased by masked men. Come out, wherever you are. Hand over the Founder's Orb if you know what's good for you. Sorry. That figures are after the orb. I don't want to know what they do to us if we were captured. If they grill us in those obnoxious loud voices, I'd cave out the first hour and confess to whatever they want, truth or no. Come out now, you foreign devils. This has gone far enough. You must not keep remnants waiting any longer. Oh, you gotta get out of here. There must be a safe place to hide somewhere. Or we could just sit here and talk. We'll just go, you know, anywhere. We could go to Amber's Tool, the detention center, royal residence, temple. We can sit and examine things. Let's look at the yak. Maybe we can hide here. No way. They'd find us in no time. Stay where you are. They're closing in on us. Okay, so if we're looking for hiding spots, manhole, right? We gotta find a place to hide. Or gift shop. Right. Oh, look, a manhole. Ah, that's right. Say, son, do you remember my office? Sure. I remember that messy, dimly lit room. The file I've amassed on Amber's assassination is kept there. I think it might help you on this case. Do you remember how to get there? Athena, I know where we can hide. Follow me. Oh, where are we going? Why, you're not serious thinking about going down there? Smells like rotten eggs. There's rats out here. You got no choice. Get us somewhere safe, but this is the only way in. Quick, before it's too late. It's gonna take forever to get this stench out of my hair. May 18. Former Satamati Law Office. Literally the law office. Like, oh, good heck. Offices. Looks like we lost him. That was close. Dirk's office. How long has it been since I last set foot in here? Such large insects. At least we're safe now, but why would we be safe? Why is it the doll hunted all over in the corner like that? Ah! That's? AJ, what the heck are you doing here? Catran's royal guards are after us. Ha ha ha! Once a rebel, always a rebel. Don't worry, the regime doesn't know about this place yet, so you can relax now. They could totally have watched us go in. Good. But since when am I part of the rebellion? I don't recall signing up. Well, your dad. Apollo. Huh? Oh, Mr. Wright. Sorry, Mr. Wright? What are you doing here? We saw you two go into that manhole. See? Anyone could do it. You narrowly escaped the guard's notice. It was like watching a pair of ostriches burying their heads in the sand. I guess that was a closer shave than I had thought. Anyway, you're safe and sound now, and that's what really counts. Oh, I also have some evidence for you. Thanks, Mr. Wright. Case evidence received from the boss. So, what is this dubious hovel we found ourselves in anyway? It's a Defiant Dragon safe house, also known as the former Satamati Law Offices. I see. Well, it might just be happenstance. Here I am, Chief Prosecutor, hiding out in a rebel base. Please don't report this place to local police, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Might as well take a look around while waiting for the heat to die down out there. Come on, Athena. Stop moping over there and help me check this place out. Please tell me there's a shower here. There's a sink in the kitchen. If you're lucky, maybe even some soap. I'm sorry I even asked. Satamati Law Offices. So, Dad, you guys are still using this office, I see. Yep. Except now it's the official HQ of the Defiant Dragons. But as Dirk said, and I quote, we must keep it for the day when Kurai needs lawyers once more. Restoring the legal system to its rightful form through popular uprising. You can tell how much Dirk believes in his cause. Oh, and AJ, Dirk said something else that might interest you. He said he hopes you'll come back and take over this office someday. Take over? Me? Those were his words. I may have been half joking. Dirk, guess what I heard from PW? AJ's become a lawyer. Yeah, I've been meaning to tell you. Must have been because of you, Dirk. I'm not so sure about that. I imagine he's already forgotten about me. What are you talking about? I bet he can't wait to follow in your footsteps. Nothing would make me happier. Maybe one day he'll return to Kurai and take over this office. It's just a pipe dream, though. Dirk really said that? Dirk was never a hands-on kind of dad. But not a day went by that he wasn't thinking of you. That much I'm sure of. Doesn't get more paternal than that. Dirk. And to think, I really did spend my days trying to forget you. I'm looking forward to a nice long talk once you're free. Alright. Let us explore this place as Apollo over the justice. Who's the kid? Wait a second. That's you, Apollo. I'd recognize those horns anywhere. Imagine anyone changing their hairstyle in years and years of being alive. Is that really the only way anybody recognizes me? You're so cute. And who's that fine-looking young man? That's Naida, back when he used to smile. Wow. His smile's absolutely angelic. Sure brings back memories. That was taken the day we all went out fishing. What was Prosecutor Said Mighty like when he was younger? He was kind of quiet, but passionate when it came to his convictions. His convictions? No! When he finally made prosecutor, he was all fired up to change Kurai for the better. Now he's nothing more than Gatrun's lackey. It seems like Dad has a lot to say about Naida. Okay, hint to talk to him more. I'll ask him about his thoughts later. Other pictures to look at. Ew, is that a newt? Come on, Athena, can't you tell a gecko when you see one? What's the difference? Well, one's a stepladder. Geckos like to live in houses, while newts prefer to be outside near water. They're totally different creatures. Well, how do you know this one wasn't caught outside near some water? Could very well be a gecko. No, I'm pretty sure it's a newt. Okay, you just did the duck season, rabbit season on it. Oh, so then you agree it's a newt, Apollo? I fell right into a trap. You're both wrong. It's just a plain old lizard. PB? Hydrate, I suppose I could do that. Oh no. That's hilarious. Okay. I'm surprised to see so many appliances here. There's even a TV. Speaking of which, we gave the people of Kurai quite a shock when the Plume Punisher, Warrior of Neo Twilight Realm, was last on TV. You mean that show where actors play the parts of Dirk and Raifa? You hijacked that right in the middle of its broadcast, right? Yep. All their writers do each week is try to ruin the Defiant Dragon's good name. So we decided to hit him where it hurts. That must have been real shocking, especially for the kids who'd waited all week to see it. I mean, the show's main villain was actually hijacking the very show he's in. That's, what's with the altar? That's where we pay our respects to victims of the Defense Culpability Act. The DC Act is a heinous law that puts innocent people to death. A law that's supposed to protect the people who sends them to their graves instead. Talk about insane. Oh no. There's a scary-looking knife sticking out of the Queen's picture. If anyone saw this, they'd think the Defiant Group Dragons were a violent group. Oh, that was actually me trying to kill a fly. I threw that knife at it, but I whipped, thinking it up stuck right between her eyes. You mean this wasn't on purpose? Okay. It wasn't on purpose. Then why is her picture literally pinned to the dartboard? That is absolutely a dartboard. Probably. Okay, the book. This is Dirk's old law book. Look, there's a marker on the cover. Looks like he was branded on with a hot iron. Yeah, I think it was done in protest against the Defense Culpability Act. Here's an entry on the DC Act right here, see? Yes. Oh, so this is the infamous anti-lawyer law you guys are always talking about. Dirk's law book added to the court record. A document establishing the Defense Culpability Act in the name of the Queen. I wonder what's in this file. Oh, it's full of newspaper clippings. Page 1. It seems to be a collection of documents and information on Amber's assassination. So the thing you told us to come get? Page 1. The arson incident involving Amber's private residence. Amber was slipped a sleeping pill and perished in the fire. The lighter found at the scene had Dirk's fingerprints on it. So this is what Dirk was talking about. We already know most of the stuff here on top. Let's see what else there is. Wow, where'd you get all this? Anything important here? Page 20. What about this? Page 20. Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in this incident and lost his life. He was struck in the head by the culprit. The victim's passport and any pictures of him were burned up in the fire. Without knowing his real name, no divination seance could be performed. The heck? The heck? Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in this incident and lost his life. What? This is about your father, Apollo. Oh, looks like it. I was never told much more than what's written here. Really? How come? Dirk always stated around the subject. Maybe he thought I was still too young. Plus, I always thought of Dirk as my dad, so I never really brought it up. Oh, I see. So is this in the book officially now? Not yet. Still, I feel kind of sorry for your real dad. My real dad. I was never really interested in learning about it. But after seeing his picture, I can't help but feel a little curious. I wonder if dads can tell me anything about him. Alright, more conversation topics. Amber's assassination file out of the court record. A file containing a ton of info on the assassination of Amber Sigatawa. Apollo, this file looks like it might be useful. But there's so many pages I can't tell what's important. We need someone to help organize all this, and I think I know just the person to ask. Is it me? I'm good at files. I could do with a nicer job. Page 1, page 20. That's all it. You don't. So that's the interesting part. I mean, they are officially established that Jove Justice is not his name. Apparently. I mean, bark. Okay, anything else going onward? Alliances. The banner. Okay, oh. Wait, a hatch going down? Big spider. There's jacket. You should try it on, Apollo. Might actually suit you. Really? There's also a spare eye patch here. Why not try that on too? Oh, because everything is full of bugs. Sorry. Just pictured you and all that. It's just too funny. Ow, my pride. Side-mounted law offices. That's a sign Dirk used to display out front. Hey, Tats. I heard the office used to do quite a bit of business. That it did. Dirk was a famous lawyer with countless quarter victories after all. He was a dauntless dragon who turned trials upside down, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. His famous lawyer spread far and wide across Kurain back in the day. I hope the day comes when he can proudly display this sign again. Wait. Don't tell me we have to go back through the manhole to get out of here. The only reason this safe house is still safe is because the front door's been boarded up. Fine, then I'll just have to live here till the revolution begins. What if I told you rats come out at night? Then we'll just have to start the revolution before sundown. She is pursuing her material interests. I bet the revolution never thought I'd get a new ally this way. Oh no. Okay, let's do our talking to Dirk. Oh, spiders. What's with all the spider web stats? Don't you ever clean the place? Not the webs. We have what you call a symbiotic relationship. They catch bugs to get in here, and I don't clean them up. You know, that actually makes a lot of sense. Spare clicky. Okay, let's do the talks. Naira. That's, wasn't Naira once part of the Defiant Dragons? Yep, Yudi was rising star of the resistance. He vowed to fight for the cause through the legal system. Said he'd become prosecutor and give Inca and Gataran the smackdown they deserved. But now he's... yeah, a puppet of the Gataran regime. Not only that, but now he's going to prosecute his own dad. Doesn't add up. I wonder what happened to him. Me too, but if I had to guess... I'd say Gowron has some serious leverage over him. Yeah, most likely. Leverage? Like what? Wish I knew. It seems like Dirk knows. I tried to press him about it, but he wouldn't say. Come to think of it, Dirk did say. Naida? Suffering? Yes, he knows the rightful state of Khurain's legal system. But something forces him to bend to Gowron's will, and it's tearing him apart. If that's the case, I bet Naida doesn't really want to go through with Dirk's prosecution. Dad, about this file. Can you help me figure out which pages are the most relevant? Yep, sure can. I got the whole thing memorized. See this page? It's definitely worth a look. Oh, that's right. The prosecutor said Mahdi was part of the royal family, wasn't he? Page 34. As the son of the terrorist Dirk, Naida was expelled from the royal family. The idea that the sins of the father are visited upon his children is deeply rooted in the minds of the Khurainese people. Okay. Like? But also, I told you. Oh. Mm. Yep. He was expelled after that whole thing with Dirk happened. He must have gone through hell once he entered the legal world, though. Because the whole sins of the father are visited upon his children thing? Yep. In the eyes of the people, Dirk is not only a traitor to his kingdom, he's also the terrorist who assassinated the previous queen. Also, isn't that literally the thing that made him the traitor of the kingdom? Mm-hmm. He's also the terrorist who assassinated the previous queen. So, as his son, Yudi no doubt got the cold shoulder at every turn. That must have been really hard on him. Yeah, the ties between father and son aren't something you could break, even if you tried. No matter where he went, he was probably labeled the son of a criminal. But despite it all, he made a name for himself through blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, just look at him now. He's a star prosecutor working cases around the globe. He's become a hero, the pride and joy of Khurain. Nah, that's an Naida, I know. Super smart and never willing to give in. He must have studied and felt like his life depended on it to get where he is today. Cameron's assassination file updated in the court record. Okay. Channeling photo. Don't suppose you have anything. Ah! What? Do you know something about this? Nope. Just felt like shouting is all. You had me going there for a sec. Alright. Anything else to, The mark of the dragon. That's a symbol of our group, the Defiant Dragons. Dirk has the same mark tattooed on the palm of his hand, right? Yep, I got one too. Really? Where? On my heart. Oh, you mean metaphorically? Like you're ready to die at any time with the cause or something like that? You got that right. Dead or alive, I'll always be a defiant dragon. Okay. Is that everything I want to offer? Bio Dad? Dad, I want to ask you about this picture. That's a picture your pops at Dirk found. He had a heck of a time tracking it down. He said he had searched all over for it. Why? Why would he go through all that trouble? Dad, please tell us everything you know about Apollo's dad. My father. Do you know what my biological father was like? Dirk once told me about him. He was a modern minstrel, walking the world and making music in his travels. Wistfile also has some information on your real dad. Says he died in the blaze of Queen Amber's residence 23 years ago. That's right. Dirk had invited him over. Dirk's the kind of guy who could become fast friends with just about anyone. Seems your pops was like that too, AJ. They hit it off at a bar. Next thing you know, Dirk's asked him over to play some tunes. And then the place went up in flames. Yeah, Dirk had just stepped out for a sec when the fire broke out. Apollo, you were there too, but you were still just a baby. Uh-huh. Hmm. Alright. I remember hearing about that when I was little. Yeah, it was a crying shame. Your pops just happened to take you along that day. So you were there with him when the fire broke out. But Dirk risked his life to save you. It's like Dirk's done nothing but save me all my life. All your pop's stuff got burned up. Including anything that could have helped us identify him. All we knew about him at first was his stage name. Jangly Justice or something like that. Dirk did everything he could just to dig up what little we know now. What about my mother? Do you know anything about her? Oh yeah, she's famous. All we know is she was traveling with your pops. But that day she was off doing something on her own. So then she probably didn't even know my father had been with Dirk, huh? Well, she must have been desperate to find you and your father once you got missing. No doubt, but the Queen's assassination threw the kingdom into chaos. Police were so overwhelmed, they were probably hardly of any help to her. We searched and searched till our legs gave out too, but we never found her. And with your father's stuff all burned up, we had zero leads, not even a photo. So that's how I became an orphan. Yeah, who knows? Maybe your mom read about the details of the fire in the newspaper. Maybe she figured you died along with your pops. Wow, I had no idea you'd been through all that, Apollo. Link? Wait. So then, you believe me? You believe in my son's innocence? What? Old man, behebe. So Dirk's what? Your poor son, imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit. Let's petition the government for his release and a declaration of innocence. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm forever your dad. Huh? Who's that? Hey there, Miss Inme. Hard at work, I see. Yes, I have my own battle that I must wage. After all, there are many who suffer under the Defense Culpability Act. Miss Inme, please don't forget about our case, too. I won't. I will look into it as soon as I'm able. What's Miss Inme doing here? She's lending an ear. She's lending an ear to all those suffering under the regime's wrongful accusations. The lady whose husband's been imprisoned, parents whose son's been falsely charged. She's helping all those types of people. So she's trying to help the revolution along. In her own special way. Yep. And thanks to her, more and more folks are coming over to our side. All the people who've been unhappy with the regime have been waiting for just this chance. And they're starting to speak out in support of us. People are responding, and the grassroots movement is growing. Their extreme of revolution may finally come true. What should we do about the Founder's Orb? We'll probably run in the Royal Guards again the moment we leave this place. No, we'll leave this place. Well, we can't stay here forever, so we'll have to think of something. I've got it. Why don't you hold on to it, Dats? Should be safe here, right? You can count on me. I'll get it back to you in time for tomorrow's trial at the Hall of Justice. Are we leaving behind? Huh? Oh, the Founder's Orb. Okay. So you can count on me. I'll get it back to you in time for tomorrow's trial at the Hall of Justice. Founder's Orb left with Dats. Good nap, Paula. Well, we gotta handle what happened 23 years ago. Maybe we should pay Dirk a visit. There's something I want to show up. I'll join you. I want to talk to him before tomorrow's trial. Maybe I should wait here, then. We'll attract undue attention if we go in too large of a group. There is a whole bunch of people in this room right now. It's wild. I've already searched it, but it never hurts taking a look around. Actually, it probably does. It might hurt our viewership. Speaking of which, it's about time for our last poll of the night. Oink with the hiccups. Okay, we got 2 minutes to decide to continue on here, return to a prior run of a thing, or start the next game in our list. Y'all can make your decision. I will nop and hydrate a moment. Billions of votes. Back. Oh yes, hydration. Hydratation. Okay. Time to let it go. And to move on. To where? Detention center. Show him the pink butterfly. May 18th. Detention center. Visitors room. Hey there, son. Came to see your old man again. Hi, Dirk. I guess they're done questioning you? Yeah, you'd think Nayada might have cut his old man a little slack, but no. He really laid into me. Seems they're really keen on recovering the Founder's Orb. When I wouldn't tell him where it was, he confiscated what few possessions I had left. Wait, Dirk's not wearing his attorney's badge. They even took that from him? Okay, time to talk about Nayata. He confiscated all my... He confiscated all my prized jailbreaking tools. What did you expect? I mean, no prosecutor in their right mind would let a prisoner keep stuff like that. Did he take your attorney's badge too? No, I thought it strange, but just when it looked like he was going to take it from me, he changed his mind. I'll tell you, I saw that out of the corner of my eye, and I saw a cinnamon bun. I am hungry. Wonder why. Indeed. I find it hard to understand anything he does these days. Your attorney's badge. Your Karayanese attorney's badge. You've worn it all these years, even though the lawyers are gone? Yes, because the dragon's eye is the embodiment of my creed. To show the world that a dragon never yields, huh? Hey, Dirk. Why do you still wear your badge? You're not a lawyer anymore, huh? Right? This badge is my heart and soul, son. I'll never stop trying to realize my dream, not until my very last breath. The dragon never yields, right? Exactly. Nayada, Apollo, I vow to restore Horizon's legal system to its rightful state one day. I want to pass on to a world where you can live free from fear of tyranny. He was always saying stuff like that to the two of us. Nayada, is the reason why you didn't take Dark's badge because you still remember those talks too? I really hope that's what it is. Son, would you keep my badge for me? Are you sure? I can't take something so important to you. That's exactly why I want you to hold on to it, Apollo. I'm placing my fate in your hands. Alright. I'll make sure it stays safe. Stays safe. Dirk's badge out of the court record. The symbol of Dirk's creed. A dragon never yields. Nayata never confiscated it. Never. They never got Ethiopia. Alright, oh wait, we present the butterfly. I found this in the tomb. Look familiar? Ah, that. Dirk? Where did you find it? Down between the monk statues in the tomb. Is it yours, Dirk? Oh, it's something I bought. Huh? Why is he suddenly acting all awkward? I wonder when I lost it. Let's have it. It's very important to me. Of course. Never mind that it's evidence with blood on it. Sure, it's all yours. I'll just make a note about it for future reference. Pink butterfly pendant returned to Dirk, but a record of it remains in the court record. A pendant adorned with a pink butterfly. Seems it belongs to Dirk, stained with the victim's blood. Apollo, remember how Inga said he had someone dear to Dirk? Why don't you ask about that? Oh, right. I'll give it a try. Alright, well, let's ask him about that. Someone dear to Dirk. Can't imagine. What did the minister mean when he said he had someone dear to you in the palm of his hand? Who was he talking about? Mayada seemed to know, but he wouldn't tell me anything. Well, I've no idea, so... Well, you obediently followed his every word after he said that. So it seems to me the minister was in close proximity to someone you really care about. Oh, someone you really care about that isn't Mayada? Wait, don't tell me. Is there a new lady in your life, Dirk? Why wouldn't it be Mayada? What? Don't be ridiculous, son. The love of my life was Amra, but she's gone now, and there will never be another. My bracelet. Wait, does this mean... Dirk, have you really not met somebody new? Have you been going out with that? Someone dear to Dirk. Okay. The love of my life was Amra. But she's gone now. And there will never be another. Oh, that's kind of weird. I don't think that's it, because it happened in, like, 2 half phrases and... bark. Sneak in, but let's check for a different thingus. Closes his eyes. He opens and looks up. He closes his eyes. Looks up. Okay, this is bothering me in 2 ways. Alright, let's keep looking for... It's like the thing is, it happened on... Both those animations happened on those 2 phrases. But the thing is... Yeah, I see him moving this. She's gone now. She isn't gone now? There, that is specific.
Gotcha!
You seem uneasy, Dirk. Wait, don't tell me you're ashamed because she's much younger than you? Don't be ridiculous. Well, you just perceived the bit about she's gone now. What does that have to... I'm just getting tense because of your intrusive questions. Anyone would react the same way. I guess it's not it. Still, my bracelet reacted. So I know he must be hiding something. Why do you not question the thing that you found? Why would you go to the point of bark, bark, bark if it's not going to bark, bark, bark? Are you telling me I did the wrong thing? Then you should tell me I did the wrong thing. Maybe I did. Okay. Okay, so what else we're going to check for? Elbow. Love of my life was out. But she's gone now. There will never be another. His reactions are too messed up. Like, he has these animations that appear half the time, but not at times corresponding to anything. Yell at his elbow. There! What is this?
Gotcha!
Dirk, you can't fool me. You tensed up when you said, but she's gone now. You unconsciously moved your arm, causing something to press up against your jacket. Ah! How did you do that? You met him? Oh, so that's it. You're hiding a woman's photo up your sleeve. You don't have to keep secrets like that from me, Dirk. You're an eligible bachelor now, but you'll introduce her to me at some point, right? I keep telling you, there's no other woman. Literally just the thing that it just bang, bang, bang. Fine, let's see it. What are you hiding up your sleeve? It's just this. Satisfied. Huh? But that's the pendant we found in Amorous too. See? I wasn't trying to hide anything. Then why did he tense up? What is the whole point of having the talent that you have to target a specific phrase if, when you target that specific phrase, you pay no attention to the meaning of the actual words, and you're like, what could it possibly mean for him to react when he says she's gone now? Maybe she's not gone now. You didn't even think the question, the words. Come on. Dirk, let me take a look at that. Ah. Hey, what's his button for? Click. Whoa. Oh. It's the gasp. It's a picture of Dirk and some lady. She's really young looking, too. It's the same lady. Mon Dieu, you into younger women, Dirk? Dirk, you old dog, you. You got yourself a younger lover. Will you stop with this nonsense? This is Amber before she died. If you look closer, you'll see that I was younger, too. Hey, you're right. Aw, that's no fun. Wait a second. Have we seen this woman before? Yes. Probably the actual mother of Raifa. Dum bum bum. That's why she has the book. Dum bum bum. And so she probably knew that Inga was perhaps not her father. Hence the confusion. But also... Okay. So, Raifa recognized the prior queen in the photograph, but
Raifa is 17, and the arson and everything happened before she was born. She's supposed to be dead by now. She's not gone. When are you gonna pick up on it, Apollo? Oh, wait a second. Have we seen this woman before? Now that you mention it, isn't this woman the same as the one in the pendant's photo?
Take that!
The woman in the pendant is also the one in this photo. Apollo, where'd you get this? From the safe in Inga's room. Oh no! So, her father has to keep this a secret because of the sin of the father passing down to the children's shenanigan. If anyone knew her history, bark. From the safe in Inga's room. Apollo. If this is Queen Amra, it had to have been taken at least 23 years ago. But that's just not possible, because it's got the DCA on it. The book. The book timestamps it. Even if that isn't Raifa, it doesn't have to be Raifa. Even if that isn't Raifa, that book exists, and that book didn't exist till after the Defense Culpability Act, which happened after she was supposed to have died. Bark. Yeah, I just noticed the same thing. Here's why this photo couldn't be 23 years old.
Take that!
Take a look at the law book. It has a mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it. If that mark didn't exist till after you started your revolutionary activities, Dirk. I mean, the mark could have existed. It could have been a popular, a popular children's cartoon or something. But on the book, in that way, yeah. So, this photo must have been taken after Gauran came into power. And that didn't happen until after Amra was assassinated. Wait, hold on! That's a super great defense against murder if the victim is still alive. I mean, obviously you could still be assault and all the other things, but it wouldn't be murder if the alleged victim is actually still alive. You could have been living back. So then, how could Amra even be in this photo? It's AI. Oh, wait a second. That would mean that Amra is... Yeah. The statement that you were examining him about, that you called him out on, literally, you're still in your little tunnel vision mode. Still alive? Yeah. Looks like you found me out, son. Wait, so it's actually true? Like... Yeah. Someone there to the... Oh, good heck! Well, that also means that Inga had her somehow? That's a whole separate set of shenanigans. The plot, so thick, except the mind's not so. Dirk? What do you mean Amra's still alive? I thought she'd been assassinated. So did I. But it seems she made it out alive, only to be held captive by the Gauran regime. Why would they do that? When I fled from the law and went underground 23 years ago, I heard some shocking news from a Defiant Dragon spy. There were rumors of Queen Amra being sighted in the palace. And those rumors turned out to be true? Hold on. Hold on. Okay, no. Just making sure if that wasn't her. But she has the face markings of the actual queen. And those rumors turned out to be true? Yes. I snuck into the palace to see for myself. She was confined within the grounds, but otherwise she was fit as a fiddle. So then, the sarcophagus in that tomb, it's empty? Yes, that entire tomb is one big charade. Garan had it built to stage Amra's death. So we're not going to be cursed by our vengeful spirit? Well, that's a relief. She was being held under virtual house arrest. If he had gone in to be tried for this, and they did the divination seance on a person who wasn't dead, what would bark? She was being held under virtual house arrest. So I freed her and we made a run for it. This photo was taken back then. Oh, look at how they're both grinning from ear to ear. Like they got away with something. Wait a minute. Hold on. Zoom, but I can't move it. There we go. What is this suspiciously fingerprinty fingerprint? Huh? There's a fingerprint on the middle. I guess Dirk must have left it by accident. Oh, Mr. Sednati, I want to hear all about how you ran away with Queen Amra. Pink butterfly pendant updated in the court record. Seems to belong to Dirk. A fingerprint was found on the inside of the lid, stained with the victim's blood. On the run with Amra. I'm surprised Amra agreed to run away with you. I mean, Garen must have told her that you tried to kill her. I tried to convince her that I wasn't the one who set the blaze. And she believed you? She said, and I quote, "I shall accompany you so that I may ascertain the truth myself." Ha! She always was a tough one to read. I bet she was thrilled you came to her rescue, Mr. Sedmati. To be set free by your beloved was like something out of a fairy tale. Yeah, well, there was no happily ever after once Garad's people caught up with us. They took Amra away to who knows where. I snuck back into the palace and searched high and low for her, but to no avail. They probably moved her to some remote mountain prison or the like. We know about a mountain prison. Dirk, does Naida know about this? He knows she's his true mother. I told him as much. Wait, is that why Naida is following Garad's orders? Most likely. So, you think deep down he doesn't really want to prosecute you? Well, he's not one to show his feelings. And lately, I've had no idea what he's thinking. Apollo, we need to grill the Queen about Amra when we have the chance. I was wondering about something. Little baby, the ladies' home. Is that Prosecutor Sedmati? Apollo is still not in here. Back. Naida's 25. He was not a baby. He would not have been this young at the time that the DCA existed, because that happened 23 years ago. So he'd have been at least 2. This is not a 2-year-old. Is that Prosecutor Sedmati?
Not necessarily. It could just as well be me. After all, we're only 1 year apart. I don't know. I mean, the kid in the picture's too cute to be you. Let's settle this by asking Dirk himself. I have to actually present it. Dirk, about the cute little kid in this photo. Is that me? What are you talking about? See? Told you it was prosecutor Sumati. Oh, I see. Well, either way, it's not you, son. So then, if it's Naida, it was taken when he was about 1 year old, right? And that would mean you ran away with Emma around 22 or 23 years ago? You're pretty good with numbers, son. Impressive. Huh? What kind of answer is that?
Who in this photo in the court record? Updated in the court record. A photo showing Dirk and Amber's life on the run about 23 years ago.
Before you go, son, there's something else I need to tell you. Something important. What is it, Dirk? I've never seen you act so serious before.
Something important.
So what's this something important you have to tell me?
Princess Raifa's your sister? Well, your foster sister.
Listen, son.
Foster sister? Is that how that... I don't know how relationships work or are labeled when that's the way that they go. I suppose it makes sense, but it also doesn't. But also, the way that language works doesn't have to make sense.
Listen, son. Even if you manage to prove me innocent tomorrow, I don't have long to live.
Huh? What are you talking about?
What I mean is, I can already hear the Twilight Realm calling my name. There's no escaping death now that it has its sights set on me.
What?
Is this another one of your jokes? I wish it was.
You can't fool me, Dirk.
That's strange.
Why isn't my bracelet reacting?
Because he can do the same thing that Naida can. Are you sick? It's something like that.
So you're not joking?
I'm afraid not, son. Sorry.
Isn't there a cure? Or at least some sort of treatment?
Unfortunately not. Not for what I got.
If you need to go on to surgery, I'll work hard until I can pay for it. So, please.
It's too late. There's nothing more to be done now.
But you always say,
a dragon never yields.
so why are you giving up now?
Apollo, I'm sorry. I really am.
I don't understand. Why is this happening, Dirk? Why?
Listen, Apollo. I've got a favor to ask of you. Would you keep quiet about this? I don't want my fellow dragons to find out. They'd lose all hope if they knew I was dying. Would you do that for me?
Of course. Why is this happening now? Just when I was finally starting to feel like you really are my... I thought this time we'd finally... But now... Damn it, why? Apollo?
Listen, son. I don't have much longer to live, but I'll never let them execute me. Not before I finish what I need to do.
I know, Dirk. There's no way I'm going to let them prove you guilty. Before he goes, I'm going to turn back time by righting the wrongs that have been done. I'm going to restore Dirk's freedom. And return a real smile to Naida's face. I'm going to win the case. I just have to.
Son, I have one more big secret.
What? There's something else you've been hiding from me?
I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Forgive me. You'll just have to find out for yourself. That's the only way.
I don't understand, Dirk.
Apollo, in court tomorrow. You may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept. But I know you, and I know you can handle the truth, no matter what it turns out to be.
Is his dad the one who set the fire? His actual dad? His bio dad?
I know that because I believe in you. You're my son, after all.
Dirk? What is he talking about? Wait, he's not going to reveal that he actually is a killer, is he? Looks like we've run out of things to discuss. What is this lie? A question literally just came out of Apollo's mouth. Looks like we've run out of things to discuss. Apollo, are you okay? Well, you're not listening. I just said a question and now you're saying... I'm fine. Free him now! Release Dirk! What's going on out there?
Sounds like the party's getting started without me.
Huh? He's coming from the temple. Let's go, Apollo. Take a look. Alright, well. We will do that next time. Apollo Justice. I guess it's Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney. Spirit of Justice. Same thing.